In this video, we're going to look at a problem where at time of manufacture, you don't know the distribution channel of your product. But what would be ideal is if the product knew its own distribution channel, you'd be able to redirect the experience to something that's relevant to that channel. So this brand owner was explaining that they don't like to hijack the experience away from their retail partner because the default experience is all geared up to their own e-commerce. And the other thing they want to do in the future is say, okay, it would be really great to differentiate between the pre-sale experience on the shelf and the information the consumer needs post-sale. So thanks to serialization and traceability, we could actually achieve this, and we've got a demo working right now that'll be deployed into production and demonstrated in some Australian trade fairs. Their flow is factory produces product, it goes to a distribution center centrally, and then most of the product actually does go direct to consumer, so that's going to be the default experience. But when the product gets shipped to a retail partner, in this example it's called Baby Village, it's something in Australia, or if the product was taken to an expo, we want the user experience to change. From a data perspective, we're going to be storing GS1 traceability events. When the item gets created at the factory, it gets assigned a serialized QR code, and we capture a commissioning event saying this serial number was manufactured at this moment at this location. The next thing that happens is several items are packed up into cartons or handling units. The handling units also have a GS1 identifier and barcode serialized, and we'll track which items go into which cartons. From then on, the cartons are shipped to the distribution center, so there'll be a little bit of scanning going on at carton level or even pallet level. Often we have 3 or 4 layers of a product hierarchy. Here we're keeping it simple, just item and carton. We ship it to the distribution center. They might scan to receive at the distribution center, and then they might decide, okay, these boxes are going to be going as part of this shipment to a retailer. They're going to scan and declare that those boxes are being shipped to the retailer. Now, the nice thing about our system is because we're doing state tracking of every entity in the supply chain and we understand the relationships between the packing hierarchy, we can infer that these items that are packed deep inside these boxes are also being shipped down a certain channel. And this will be important, an important mechanism that we reuse in our diversion solution. When Sunrise 2027 comes around and more retail partners support GS1 Digital Link as a replacement for a barcode at point of sale, there's a really exciting opportunity where point of sale systems could interact with these serialized digital links and actually store EPCIS events, which could actually be routed back to the manufacturer. In this example, it's sort of a win-win for both of them because the retailer is getting a little bit of an improved user experience that doesn't hijack away from their brand when consumers interact with the product. And we would, as a brand, would get some intelligence of products that are actually being sold. Wouldn't that be cool? They always love selling data coming back from retail channels, and it'll come back in real time. But obviously this last step is certainly a aspirational longer term goal, but we're going to simulate all of it in this demonstration. So I have a series of demonstration codes that are already configured in a certain state, but what we're going to do is we're going to do it from first principles. So imagine we've got 2 items and they have labels with these kind of QR codes on them, and they've got a GTIN and a serial number and so on. And we've got also a case over here that we're going to pack. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate the supply chain. We're going to pack these items into the case. We're going to ship them to a retailer, and we're going to see the user experience change. So if I was to scan this with my mobile, and for now I'm just going to click on the digital link over here just to show you what's going on. It's going to redirect the user to tips and tricks. It's the D2C experience, okay? So just remember that. So now let's do some supply chain scanning. In real life, this could be a warehouse management system that's collecting the raw scans, and we're going to convert it and store it in EPCIS format. But today we're just going to use our own application to do some operational scanning. So we're going to do case packing here. And what we're going to say is we're packing it in a factory. And we're just going to scan the children, beep and beep. And the parent code here is scanned as well. Okay. So we're going to put that into the system. What we can do is we can look up the current state of any item in the system. So this is our backend, and we're looking at a specific page called the state of the electronic product code. This is telling me that this is a specific item with a specific product and a specific serial. It was last seen at the factory. It's expected to be at factory because it's not in transit. It was commissioned at the factory, and not much has happened yet because I've just packed it. If I was to click on the carton, I can see the fact that it's got a few items inside it, and so on and so on. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're now going to just interact with the carton, and we're going to move it through the supply chain. So let's get our mobile app up again. So here we're going to just do a shipping operation, and we're going to say, let's pretend we're shipping straight from the factory to the retail partner, Baby Village. And we're just going to scan one carton here. So that's all done. And off we go. So now what we'll see is we'll see that this history has changed. So it was commissioned, it was packed, and now it's shipped, and it's on the way to Baby Village. So our expected location is Baby Village. And these locations are all tracked using GS1 standards with GS1 identifiers, mainly the global location number. So it's in transit. And that's all we need to know. Now we can assume that this is going down this channel, and actually what we can do is we can modify the experience, which we have. So we've put in rules into our resolver engine. And if I was to use my camera and pretend to be a consumer and scan this QR code, now we can see it's changed. Now we're at babyvillage.com.au, and we can look at something about the product. Okay, so this is just something that's a stand-in. So if this was on the shelf, Baby Village could have a page that was about this product and sharing whatever messages about the product that they want to do. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to simulate, if we just went back to our app, we're going to simulate selling. So I also have another prototype of just pretending to be a point of sale with a scanning gun. Here I'm just going to use my mobile phone. And we're going to sell this first item. So location, we'll just say we're at the Baby Village, and we're going to pretend we're selling. So in real life, as I said before, this would be the point of sale system after Sunrise 2027 that would be scanning the digital link. So we put that in. And now if we looked at the state, we would see something has changed. So the last business step was a selling step. The state is it's been sold. So you can see it's been shipped, and now it's been sold at this specific location, which means we can again programmatically shift our logic. If I was to scan this again, something would happen differently. So here we go. Thank you for purchasing us at Baby Village. So that's our demonstration, all fully operational, all technology and techniques we're confident would work in real life. But of course, the retail selling step might be a bit of a longer range capability, but certainly when we're selling at an expo, the brand themselves will be in charge of the point of sale system, so we'll be able to do the pre-sale, post-sale over there even today.